Welcome back to another episode of Calm Mind, Better Results podcast. It's your boy, your host, Make-A-Wish here, about to bring you another one. Something new, fresh to think about for today. So I was talking to someone the other day about this, and I forgot. This is actually kind of vital, kind of big, important information. If you guys are into investing, real estate investing, something in regards to trying to make money and better yourself through making money work for you, you already know the term opportunity cost. And for everyone else who doesn't quite know what that means, opportunity cost, basically, to sum it up from an investor's standpoint, is the money you put somewhere to go do something cannot be used to go invest and make money somewhere else. That's basically the sum gist of it, okay? And the thing about that is opportunity cost by itself is actually a very special term because it doesn't actually apply strictly to investments. That's the best way to put it. Opportunity cost, and honestly, is something that really pertains to everyday life. Everyday life. You don't think about this. No one really thinks about this until you get reprimanded for your actions or lack thereof. So basically break it down in regards to normal layman's term for a regular everyday life. Opportunity cost is best way described as if not necessarily dealing with money either. It's actually the best thing. The best resource we have in regards to that is time. So money or time, which is what pertains to in life. So like I was saying, let's say you've been saving up all year, right? For you get ready for your big vacation, you go down to the Bahamas or the Caribbean, do mojitos and walk on the white sandy beaches or some shit like that, right? The cruise ship already about to be paid for, $5,000, right? Lo and behold, you have a tree like falls through your roof, and conveniently it's gonna cost $5,000 to replace your roof. Your option here, where it's not really much of an option because it's your roof, but the option is basically you have the opportunity cost of spending that $5,000 towards your vacation and saying F the roof, or fixing the roof for your livelihood, your household, and everything else in there, and bypassing on the trip. That is the opportunity cost in a nutshell. So, that being said, opportunity cost is something that's actually very vital, and actually it's very important when you come down to talking about the term. I love this term. It's so scary. It's so deceiving. Life balance. Work-life balance, life balancing. This is such a finicky, volatile scale, spectrum, balancing act. It's so hard to do that because of the thing called opportunity cost. So, excuse me, that was about to come off the hook, or excuse me, there it goes. So basically put it like this. Let's say in the situation, you decided that you want to spend your time going to college, put in 8 to 10 years towards being you're a doctor. So you could be a radiologist or a medical surgeon somehow. I don't know the full degree years for achieving such things. But you decide you want to commit 8 to 10 years of your life to go to school. And all your homies like to hang out, all the good stuff. So either you relocate over there or you hang back. Opportunity cost your homies, your friends, or your life. You go over to, let's say, California. You're doing your master's, your doctorate over there in school on your campus. And you're doing 6, 7, 8 hours of homework, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours of classwork. You don't really have time for a job. That's another opportunity cost right there. You're putting the thing you have to look about is considering is what are you going to sacrifice to achieve the things you want to achieve in life. Because unfortunately, the way our life works, especially here in America, is you have to give something up to get something in return. That's just the name of the game. A lot of people, if you've grown up in the 80s or 90s, you guys have definitely known so many movies. It was the what's it called, the cookie cutter movie outlet for having some child which wanted to spend time with his dad, maybe his mom, but more often not his dad back in the days, because how it always was, the male was the big corporate CEO guy who spent so much time away from the family. He was doing all these things. He was wanting them back home for Christmas this year. Please, Dad, just please. You know, that right there is a perfect case example. Like, just committing all this time, all this energy towards making money to give his family the support that they want and need financially. However, though, he's bypassing all the years that's happening for the kid, bypassing all the time spent with his wife, and those kind of things. Like, for the most part, they don't really get too cut and dry or like too like really real in those, I won't say Disney movies, but those PG family movies. And then, you know, at the end of it, the dad makes it back in time for Christmas, or he saves the dance recital, or whatever the hell it is, you know. Those kind of things. So those are things that people don't really consider. And that's one thing too. Like, if you really want to make a successful relationship with your husband or wife, your fiance or soon-to-be fiance, your boyfriend, girlfriend, or even just regular friendships or relationships, that kind of stuff, what you put into your relationship and what you can put into it is really determined on what you're willing to give. Because no matter which way you cut it, what's the number? Let me do the quick numbers quick. 8 times 7, 24 times 7, 24 times 7, 24, 48, 48, 48 is 96. Add 3 more of those. I can't do it right now. I'm a little hot right now. Okay, so I think it's like 144, give or take. 144 hours in the week, okay? You consider that. Everyone in this world has the same amount of time to spend directly for whatever it is that they're going to do. How we rationalize, or ration out, not rationalize, how we ration out our time and what we spend it on determines what we can do and how we're going to succeed in life. That is like one of the biggest things a lot of people don't seem to understand. And the thing about that is a lot of people tend to want to I'm trying to find the right word to say it if I'll begin to judgmental. But unfortunately, the way things are typically laid out to us in our lives is either we put up enough up front in our early years to make sure we have time, had a work-life balance, and able to control our time better towards the end of our lives. Or we are partying up early in our late teens, mid-20s, and start trying to settle down. And by 30, 35, start focusing on trying to get the work-life balance later. And both of those mindsets are kind of really hard to do because more often than not, we can't really fandangle things the way that we need to because of either lack of information, lack of direction, or lack of something that gives us what we probably need to make the right decisions to actually try to even obtain an actual, literal work-life balance. Because it's actually, like, being in America is really hard to actually achieve that because we are, I don't want to blame capitalism in regards to this situation. I'm trying to get too heavy into politics here, okay? But it's really hard to actually have a work-life balance while trying to maintain a family while trying to get financial stuff. So unless you're in a higher tax bracket per se, it's harder to control. It's harder to control how much time you have to commit to working to offset the balance of life and family, relationship, all that good stuff. So, like some things right now I'm saying are just like hitting me hard in my chest because like like we are kind of designed to fail from the very beginning when I look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? It kind of hurts. But that's just kind of how the way life is. And being in America like this, we are told, well, not told, but we are shown, basically, like I said, to work and get everything up going, find a nice steady job, do an American dream, 20, 30, 40 years, get your nice retirement, and then settle things, figure things out now. But the big thing in between there is that a lot of people don't understand is that as we go through the journey of life, we are going to suffer from the aspect of not having the work-life balance or not actually chasing the things that we really want to chase because of the fact that we're going to the direction that we're led to believe we should be going. And so consistently struggling to achieve the financial goals we need to achieve so we can actually get work-life balance and we can actually be there for our family and relationships is a lot harder than you think. That's why I'm a life coach. Trying to know to properly set people up so that they can understand the things they have to do so that they can figure out work-life balance, figure out the steps they need to take, the mindset they need to have, those kind of things. Like, for the most part, those things are not necessarily given out for us to just easily accept because of how we're trained through the schooling system. And it's just think like that. So, but that is one thing that is very important, especially in our relationships. Like the opportunity cost. And that's another thing too. When you actually get into relationships, it's harder for people to understand that now you're not just doing one person's opportunity cost, you're doing two people's opportunity costs. And everyone's goes in directions, unless they're meshing perfectly together, close in sync, they're going to be having issues combating with trying to be together while maintaining their own separate lives before they actually fully come together. If they're fully ever come together. That's another thing too, that being a relationship coach, you get the chance to see, like myself, that everyone isn't, more often not, relationships are not designed with both people thinking about going in the same direction in life. So everyone has their own goals and agendas bringing into the relationship. So best way to put it, their own baggage. Everyone has their own mindsets going into things. And so the opportunity cost of trying to spend time together while doing all these other things over here on the side, while still trying to come together, that's what makes things so hard and stressful. Because a lot of people don't understand that responsibilities, air quotes for my Spotify guys, it's what takes us away from being able to properly, to not have to pay such a high opportunity cost to maintain the things we need to maintain in our lives that make us happy, to bring us fulfillment, those kind of things. Because no matter what, like I said, the most expensive and the most wasted resources we have in our lives is time. And unless you push things in the right direction to get you where you want to be in life, or you already have your goals and mindset already squared away, even then you still might have a pretty unfulfilling life until you achieve your goals. Perfect case scenarios. Let's say sports athletes, Olympics. What's her name? Gabby Douglas and many other gold medalist winners over the decades that we've had the Olympics going on. Not just in America, over in Poland, Russia, Germany, all that good stuff. These girls are being trained from the age of 3, 4, 5 up. Their opportunity cost of what's happening with them, they're completely giving up their lives. Their childhood, not lives. Going directly towards being great at gymnastics. Same thing with childhood actors. Best way to put it, you see it all the time. There's so many people that we have literally grown up with watching on TV. The whole lives are on TV. The whole lives are being a celebrity. And for the most part, a lot of child actors do not have the opportunity to be a kid. Be away from the limelight. Be away from the cameras. That is the opportunity cost that they are forced upon them. Yes, they may look out, strike a gold, and have a nice, great, amazing life because of the opportunities that they have gained from it. But that cost the opportunity costs a lot of different things. That cost opportunity costs a lot of things. I guess that's good enough. That sounds good enough. But that's what I gotta understand. So like I said, the opportunity cost is something that actually is very vital in our lives, our everyday lives. We go through a lot. Every single time you decide you want to go to the store, go to the clubs, go hang out with your friends, you take your time away from your wife, take your time away from your kids, take away time from the business that you're trying to set up or trying to make more, I'm gonna say fruitious. What's that word? Not prolific. Flourishing. You flourish from the ground up. Have the money spraying up like sprinkler waters, waterfalls, sprinkling waterfall waters. There we go. Let's go with that today. But yeah, those kind of things. Opportunity cost. It depends. You always have to consider what you're really taking away from to push towards these goals, or to not even push towards the goals. Because remember, either way, it's a choose. You're choosing to either do something or you're choosing to do nothing. And either way, it's going to cost you time, no matter what. So, I remember talking to someone about this recently. Let's say like 3 weeks ago recently. That's 3 weeks of my time. That they were saying they did not want to go to college to chase a 4-year degree because they were like 41 years old. Okay. Understand the responsibility behind it, but if you're 41 years old, in 4 years' time, you're gonna be 45. So your options are, at 45 years old, what are you going to be doing that would have been different now had you actually gotten the degree? Because no matter what, time's gonna pass. You're still gonna be 45 in 4 years. So you could be 45 with a degree or 45 without a degree. Again, now that goes in that is opportunity cost. What are you going to give up for you to achieve the goals or chase something you desire and actually get? So it's like, it's a give or take. A whole lot about give and taking. And just about making sure the opportunity cost is something that is actually worthwhile for you. Because actually, opportunity cost and investment standpoint is actually a formula where the cost of this, if it's what the return investment of this is better than this, then it's actually a profitable cost and opportunity cost. I'll forget the full terminology about it because that's something I actually use. I just know of it, but formula. That's probably put a formula somewhere. That being said, that actually the formula thing is actually irrelevant for this particular episode. But I might not beat this dead horse any further. Just know there's something very important for you to understand, though, is that you have to give up something to attain what you want to get. And depending on your goals in life, or how much time you have available, or how much time you don't have available, determines what you're going to be giving up, So, that being said, hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this episode subscribe this episode. I don't want to do this at the end of episodes. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if this actually helped y'all in any way, shape, or form, because that'd be much more helpful for me to help other people out. Because as I always say, we're going to change the world one person at a time, and that starts with you. So make a wish. Out.